That's amazing. Gurpreet, I listened to your words very closely, and in keeping with the maritime theme, I just happened to be fortunate enough to be at the helm of this ship at this time. But previous to me, in the 73 years that BCS has been around, there have been some giants. The company was founded in 1946 by Archie Talbot. His son, Jim Talbot, took over in the 60s and 70s and 80s. And then Jim's son and daughter, Stowe Talbot and Jane Talbot, took over here several years ago after Jim's passing. Our company has tons of years of experience for their employees, and we were chatting before dinner tonight, and I was kind of looking over at Gene Knutson, who's our receptionist, and I said, Gene, how long have you been here? He said, well, it'll be 44 years and 45 if I stay till August, but I'm going to retire in March. And I said, let's make it August. His family, his younger brother Bob worked for us for 42 years. His wife Jan worked for us for 24 years. She's in the room. His father worked for our shipyard in the 1940s for 10 years. So the Knutson family alone has worked for BCS for 120 years. It's awesome. My dad was another giant. He's in the room. My dad still serves on the board at 82 years old. He's been with the company 45 years, and he built most of the ship that I now steer. Again, I'm just really fortunate to be in the position I am with such a great group of people. Sorry. Sharon Rouse, my executive assistant, who is also here. 34 years this next year. We haven't negotiated how long she's going to stay, but it's going to be longer. I couldn't do it without you, Sharon, and none of us could. Sharon's like the Radar O'Reilly in our company. My wife Sandy's here, and I thank you, and couldn't do it without you for sure. Put up with a lot of stuff over the years. I've only been there 27 years, it'll be 28 years this next year, so I feel like a newbie almost. Jose Roquez is here. He's our Vice President of Operations. He's been there 20 years. I think he started on December 10th, 2000. And Barbara Jenks is here tonight. She's our new VP of Administration over HR and payroll and traffic. She's been here just about 3 years, and from the youngest employees to the oldest employees, it's a rich history of employees and dedication to a great company. I sometimes refer to BCS in Bellingham as the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, if you've ever heard that, where at some point along the way you know someone that worked there, and oftentimes it's only 3 or 4 degrees. And so I also want to say that BCS couldn't do this without tremendously loyal customers like Trident Seafoods and Homeport Seafoods and Icy Strait Seafoods and Icicle Seafoods and Raider Farms and Enfield Farms and Mayberry Farms and Mayberry Packing and Clark Berry Farm and King and Prince and Nanick Foods and Transocean Products and Alaska Naturals and all the other 639 customers. We tend to align ourselves with kind of the top customers in the marketplace, and that's a fun place to work. We don't attract the low-cost shoppers. We tend to attract those folks that want high touch, Nordstrom level service, and that's a really fun place to operate in. They tend to pay their bills on time too. The other group that I think has been instrumental over our 73 years so far certainly has been the Port of Bellingham. And we currently enjoy an excellent relationship with the Port and their Executive Director, Rob Fix, and the 3 commissioners, and Dawn is here today that helps out, and Jim Jorgensen was a key commissioner during that time as well. We go way back with dozens and dozens of different commissioners that have been very helpful and instrumental in our success over the years, so thank you to the Port as well. City of Bellingham has been great, and all the vendors. I think back to the original vendors that built wooden hulled minesweepers in 1941 for the war effort on our property are still doing business with us today. Those were Mills Electric and Blythe Plumbing and Heating and Morse Hardware and some of those companies that are still around today. They've been huge. So I've taken too much time, and I just want to say this is an incredible honor, and I just want to say thank you, 4 Points, for making this award possible. Thank you.